Hey guys, it's Angel, and today I have something for you that has never been seen before. Okay, I'm being a little bit dramatic, but these are the brand new stamping polishes from Twinkled. The collection consists of 6 colors, they are 10 milliliter bottles, and they are $6 each. And look at the little boxes they come in. They are so cute. They have little unicorns all over them with diamonds and stars, and the back is the best part. Caution, the contents of this bottle have been known to cause overt happiness and possible squealing. Thanks for the warning. And look at this little cutie pie on the front. Isn't she adorable? And I always like rectangular shaped bottles because I feel like they're just so much easier to open. I'd say that the brush is like a medium width brush, which works really great for me. I think this is the same brush that's in their Lace Liquid Latex, which I have mentioned before that I really like how that brush applied. So even though these are stamping polishes, I'm first going to show you guys how they swatch like a regular polish. But keep in mind, these are going to be a little bit thicker than a regular nail polish because stamping polishes, that's how they work. They need to be a little bit thicker in order to transfer from the plate to the nail. I am wearing a base coat under all of the swatches, but I'm just going to show it to you this one time because you don't need to see this over and over again. First up is Glow Up a White Cream. And here is the first coat, and even though it's just a little bit thicker than a traditional nail polish, it still had a really great formula and nice consistency. It was very smooth, wasn't gloopy or, flooding my cuticles or anything like that. And I would consider this a one coat polish, although I'm going to apply a second coat because I would never just wear one coat of polish on my own. I'm not a savage. This would make a great white base coat under nail art, and the second coat applied just as nicely as the first one. Ugh, does anybody love just plain white cream nails as much as me? They just look so clean and fresh. I love them. Glow Up is a beautiful bright white. Love this one. Next up is Vibing a Black Cream. And here is the first coat, and oh boy, I was super excited because I am a sucker for a one coat black polish, and this was a love at first swipe. This has an excellent formula, super creamy, super opaque, just smooth and easy to apply. This is another one that I'm going to get a lot of use out of as a base for nail art, but here is the second coat so we can see what it looks like when you're wearing it as a regular polish, and just as nice as the first coat. And here it is with a layer of top coat. And the only thing I did notice is that it kind of sucked up my top coat a little bit. So if I was going to wear this alone, I would probably do 2 layers of top coat for it. But I love it. Guys, I can't even. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually the name of this Barbie pink cream. Can't even. And here is the first coat, and I would say that this was just a touch thicker than the white, but it's not like it gave me any application problems, but I just wanted to let you guys know. And it applied really nicely and covered completely in one coat. And here is the second coat, and I am honestly a little bit impressed that even though these have a little bit of a thicker consistency than regular nail polish, they're not gloopy or getting all over the place and getting funky on application, so that's a good thing. Here it is with top coat, and I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for pinks, and I do really like this one. It's just such a pretty pop of pink. Next up is Lit a Bright Red Cream. Here is the first coat, and as compared to the other ones so far, I would say that this has a little bit of a thinner consistency, but that did not affect application. It still applied really nicely, and it was super smooth. And I have a really hard time with reds. They always seem to take at least 3 coats to be opaque on me. I've mentioned it before. I don't know if it's because of the color of my nail bed or something, but they always take a lot of coats for me, and this one only took 2 coats. I was pretty impressed. And here it is with top coat, and I really love the tone of this red. It manages to be bright but still have like that deep velvety look of a red that I like. Next up is Low Key, a bright, cool silver metallic. And here is the first coat, and I'm just at a loss of what to say about this because a couple of things. I've never used such an opaque polish before, and the formula is like nothing I've ever put on my nails, ever. It's like a jelly consistency, not gel polish, but just like, I don't know. Can you see the texture I'm talking about? My mind is blown. I didn't find this one to be super brush strokey. You could kind of work out the brush strokes just by going over the same spot again. The only area where it kind of looked a little strokey to me was more towards the cuticle area where it's a little harder to maneuver the brush up there. I think this looks so pretty as an all-over manicure, and I wish I could travel back in time and give this polish to 16-year-old me because I was obsessed with silver polish at that age. Next up is So Extra, a bright yellow gold. And here is the first coat, and this one had a really nice formula. It was even, smooth, easy to apply, and the brush strokes were relatively easy to work out. You could just go over the same area and it would brush them right out. And I thought this one kind of ended up looking a little bit like a pearl gold. It wasn't like, a metallic like the silver was. It had a little bit of a lustery pearl finish to it. And here's the second coat, even though it was completely opaque on that first coat. I ended up wearing this one after this swatch session it was only for a day, but my nails looked so glowy. They were very jewel-like. I felt like a queen. Here it is with top coat, and I own quite a few gold polishes, and this one is definitely different than all of my other ones. I think it's because of that pearl lustery finish. Very cool. Finally, onto the real reason you're even watching this video, the stamping. I'm going to be trying out for the very first time the Twinkled Tea Crystal Double Head Clear Stamper. It's $10 and comes with 2 stamping heads, which is a pretty good deal, and I just want to bite this one. Does anyone else just want to bite this? Look at me, I'm Twister, and I make nail videos on YouTube. No, that's my impression of myself. For consistency, I'm going to be using the same stamping plate for all of the stamping polishes. This one's from Bundle Monster. I'll have it linked down below. I already have on my black base, and I'm going to apply Lace Liquid Latex to all of the nails. First up is Glow Up the White. I applied to the plate, scraped it, and then gently rolled the clear stamper over it to pick up. And as you can see, it has a pretty good pickup right on that first try. And then I transferred it to the nail, and it transferred beautifully. Nice, solid, opaque coverage that black is not peeking through. And I applied top coat, and when I'm stamping, I like to apply a lot of top coat because you want to float the brush over the stamping so you don't smear it. I did have just a little touch of smearing, but honestly, when it comes to white and black polishes, I always have just a little bit of smearing. And I'm going to go on record right now, this is the best white stamping polish I have ever used. Next up, I'm testing Vibing the Black. I applied it to the plate, I scraped, and I rolled, and it had pretty good pickup. It looks really nice. And then I transferred it to the nail, and it transferred very easily, and it is super opaque. I peeled off the latex, and I did my cleanup off camera because this video was already going to be crazy long. I applied my gallon of top coat, floating the brush over, and I had just a smidgen of smearing, but like I said before, I always have just a little bit of smearing. So I think this is a very great black stamping polish. I will be reaching for it often, and it also doubles as a nice one coat black polish. A+. For the rest of the colors, I'm going to show you how they stamp over both white and black. Next up is Can't Even, the pink. I plopped, scraped, and rolled. And it had great pickup. And here's how it applied over the black, and I only noticed a couple of areas where it was not 100% opaque, but still very, very good. And here it is over the white. And I thought it looked so cute over the white, like so springy. Perfect for this time of year, even though we have freezing weather right now. And here is the peel, and since I'm filming, the polish dries on top of the liquid latex, so if you peel this immediately after stamping, you won't have like those little like stringy things poking off. And then I bathed them in their top coat, and honestly, I didn't notice any smearing with this pink, so that was pretty good. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Sorry, couldn't help myself. I just feel like a Barbie doll in this color combo. Next up is Lit the red, the sex kitten. I'm gonna have to stop. Okay, I applied, scraped, and picked it up. And it had a very lovely pickup. And here is how it transferred to the black. Now it transferred very nicely, but as you can see, it's not like super bright over that black. It gets a little better when I add the top coat though. And here it is over the white. It applied nicely and it's super, super bright because it's got that white base underneath it. I hope you guys don't mind me showing all of the peeling I've been doing. It's honestly my favorite part of stamping. And once I applied the top coat over the black, I felt like it made it look a little bit brighter and more smooth and just popped a little more. And this one obviously didn't even need any help. So even though the red wasn't super bright over that black, I still really like the way it looks. I feel like it reminds me of like a vampire Valentine's Day. Next up is Low Key the silver, and I was super excited to see how this one would stamp because of how it applied to the nail by itself. I was like, what is even gonna happen? And it had great pickup, like really great. And then I transferred to the black and it transferred nicely and was so opaque and looked just like, I don't know, magic over that black or something. And here it is over the white, and I thought it just looked so like bright and fresh, and it made me feel something that I don't really know what it is yet. Sometimes when I listen back to my old videos, I'm just like, girl, who are you? Why are you even so annoying? And here is the top coat, and I didn't have really any smearing with this one, and I think I just figured out what the white and the silver reminded me of. Wrapping paper for a bridal shower. Boom! I really love this silver stamping polish. It is so bright and crisp. I'm a big fan of this one. I recommend it. And last up, finally, we have So Extra the gold. I plopped it down, I scraped it up, I picked it up. Okay. And this one had really great pickup, just like the silver. And here is how it transferred to the black, and oh, this was, I like this one a lot. Again, I'm at a loss for words. And here's how it transferred to the white, and it was perfect. White and gold nails are like one of my all-time favorite combos, so this one, I like it. I like it a lot. I keep saying that. Hey, that's a good question. What is your favorite polish color combo? And here is a top coat test, and I didn't have any smearing at all. I'm definitely going to recommend this gold stamping polish. It is such a pretty shade of gold, different than any other set I own. And I could just really see myself wearing a all black and gold mani or an all white and gold mani in this. So that completes my swatch and stamp review for the brand new Twinkled Tea stamping polishes. And I always get asked by people, do I need to use a stamping polish? And I always recommend to them, it's best to have at least a white and a black stamping polish because those are probably the most common used colors. So if you're thinking about getting into stamping, I would say pick up a white and a black, get used to stamping, and then maybe start to branch out into colors that are maybe the type of colors that you wear all the time. Like, oh, I wear a lot of pink manis, so why not get a pink stamping polish? That's my pro tip for the day. So if you want to talk a little bit more, you can also follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at twy_star. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.